Namaste, yogis, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt, and today's an exciting day. It's my first day that I get to come back on my yoga mat following surgery that I had. Finally got my doctor to give me the good to go to do some light stretches. So obviously this is what I wanted to do right away. And it's a beautiful day outdoors here today, so I'm excited to share this class with you guys. We're going to be working on the upper body specifically. That's where I got my surgery, and I have a lot of tightness and soreness in that area that I need to start addressing. So we're going to be working on that together. And for today's class, all you're going to be needing is 2 blocks and your yoga mat. And we're just going to start by kneeling down here, sitting on our heels. And we're just going to bring our hands at our heart together, dropping our shoulder blades back down and taking some deep breath through the nose. Just relaxing the mind, the body, the soul. And there is a lot of wind today here. It feels wonderful on my skin. And from here, let's start opening up our chest and shoulders lightly by doing one big inhale, bringing our hands down and doing a big circle all the way up. And on the exhale, palms together back at the chest very slowly. Once more, big inhale, dropping the hands, doing one big wide circle all the way up. Exhale, hands together, back at the heart. So we're going to do 3 more on your own time here. And the last one here. And that should feel really good. So staying here on our knees, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to bring the left hand to the exterior edge of the right knee and just place our right hand back on the floor, just going into a light twist here for the spine. Just enjoying how that feels without forcing much, especially more so in my case, since I'm just getting back into it. And we can exhale, coming back to center here. Taking a little moment to reset our spine. A few breaths here. That feels wonderful. And we're going to take one big inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes to the exterior edge of the left knee as we twist our spine and bring the left hand to rest on the floor behind ourselves. It's when we do those twists that we realize just how much tension we are holding in our spine, how much tightness that is being unaddressed, that we are targeting here today. And we will release, going back to center here. So from here, I'm going to invite you to turn around facing the front of your mat, going onto all fours, keeping your knees aligned with your hips. And we're going to be going into the melting heart position, which feels amazing for the chest, shoulders, and spine. So from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, but try to keep your knees aligned with your hips. And then just lower yourselves down all the way to your forehead. You might be able to go to your chest if you're really flexible. You're just going to be holding here, reconnecting with the breath. And from here, I'm going to invite you to move your hips forward, coming all the way down to your forearms. And we're going to be going into Sphinx pose. So just aligning your elbows with your shoulders here. Placing the palms of your hand on the floor. And then you can just look up like I'm doing. This is really good for the low back. And then you can close your eyes and reconnect with your breath. Softening up into the posture with every exhale. And from here, we're just going to lower ourselves down as we flare our elbows out, placing the palm of our hands one on top of the other, and then bring the forehead to rest at the back of our hands here. Just releasing the tension in our low back. And from here, when you're ready, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to move the left arm towards the right side of the mat, placing that left hand facing forward like this. And then we're just going to lower ourselves down here on the left shoulder. The right hand can be on top of the left forearm, just like this. So we're just enjoying a light stretch. There's nothing too intense here. Just feels really good for the shoulder. And you can relax. And we can release that left arm, placing it in front of us. We're going to make a 90-degree angle with the right arm here. We're going to be working on our chest. And then we're going to shift our hips so that we can roll on the right hip, just like that. And then with the left hand on the floor, we're going to push ourselves up until you feel a nice stretch in the right side of your chest area. So this feels really good. And then you can kind of place your legs the way you want. There's no specific ways to do this, whatever feels good. Some people like to bring the left leg around and back on the floor for a deeper stretch. You can do that just like I'm doing. If that's too much for you, then you can bring your knees together and just relax. So I'm gonna go with the relaxed position here today. I am holding a lot of soreness and tightness in my chest area. So that's enough for me. And it feels good. So we can roll back onto our stomachs, aligning ourselves here with our yoga mat, freeing up the right hand. And now from here, we're going to take one big inhale. And on the exhale this time, the right arm, is going towards the left side. And then we're just placing all of our body weight on that right shoulder. And then the left forearm here can come in contact with the right one, and you can place your hand on the floor. So we're just enjoying a nice shoulder stretch here. It's nothing too complicated. You don't need to overthink it. Just settle into the position and relax here. on the next exhale, you can release the right arm, coming back in line with your yoga mat. So now from here with the left arm, we're going to make a 90-degree angle, and we're just going to roll our onto the left side of our hips here. Legs can come together, and we're just going to push ourselves up with the right hand on the floor so we can feel a nice stretch on the left side of our chest here. Again, you can bring that right leg around and back on the floor, or you can keep it in line with the other one, whatever feels good for you here. And we can release chest, yoga mat, then placing the forearms in front of us, taking one big inhale, and on the exhale we can push ourselves back, moving our hips, and then just bringing our knees to the middle of our yoga mat. So you might want to take a moment here just to move your arms around, making circles with it. Just big circles towards the back, and then big circles towards the front. So this is where we're going to be using our blocks, and we're going to go into supported fish. So basically at the back here of our yoga mat, we're going to make a T intersection with the blocks, and we're going to land this block in the middle of our spine while we're going to be bringing our head to rest here. So I'm going to invite you to just take the seated position very slowly here. And you kind of have to figure out where that block's going to land. So you might have to move your hips a little more forward as you lower yourself down. And you're going to feel where that block lands. So right now it's right in the, I would say, upper middle back, which is right where I want it. And then I lower myself down to rest my head on the block. So this feels amazing. And this is where you can bring the sole of your feet together and allow your knees to drop down with gravity. So we're going to bring the back of our hands to rest on the floor, allowing our shoulder blades to hang. Just reconnecting with the breath here. If you move your heels closer to your groin, it's going to offer you a deeper stretch in your inner thighs. And if you move your heels away from the groin, it's going to be less of a stretch. So now that you're all set up, let's just reconnect with our breath. And we can close our knees slowly here, bracing our abdominals, pushing ourselves back up with our hands. We're just going to move the blocks aside. And then we're going to lower ourselves back down into Savasana, taking some space on your yoga mat, coming in full contact with the floor, and then just letting go, completely allowing yourself to relax. And when you're ready, we can slowly come up. This feels so wonderful. Outside, I was gonna fall asleep here. Oh, wow. So I'm really happy to be back with you guys. This was a great class for me. I felt a lot of soreness and tension in my upper chest area, and I hope you were able to release some of that tension as well with me. So thanks for joining me. If you like my channel, please subscribe to it, share it with friends, family members, and you can donate to my PayPal account at any point in time. At your own will, any amount is always appreciated because that's how I support myself with this channel, and it's the only way I support myself actually at the moment. So I really appreciate it. So let's bring our hands at our heart. We're going to take one big inhale. Exhale and leaning forward. Namaste, guys. I'll see you on the next class. Have a great day. Bye.